Nigga, I'm ghost.
That's dope.
I listened to the Russ album on the weekend, dude. I am quite surprised. I am quite pleased actually with this album. I had no okay. Let's just rewind. Let's just rewind. I've been a Russ fan for about 5 years. About 5 years.
Right.
Um, since 2017. Funny story. I found out about Russ off of a Gary V video, right? This was like 2017. This was Gary V was getting kind of big, and like during his
Gary V be putting you on, bro.
Crazy. It was during his daily V vlog, and it was just like the song called "The Journey," and I'm like, yo, who is this dude spitting like this? I like this. This is hot, right? And I found his name was Russ. I'm like, oh, okay. He kind of Russ. How can I put it? Russ isn't a bad artist. Russ is a good artist, right? But he's never a person where as though you will be like, hey, yo, this dude top 5, top 10, he raps better than anybody, right? It ain't that. It's not that.
Yeah.
Right? It's more so like, yo, his content, if you're into go-getter, believing in yourself type stuff, that's what his music's for. Especially if you're trying to do something. If you're in school or you're an entrepreneur or you're a YouTuber, content creator, any kind of person is trying to create something and do something and go against the odds, Russ is like the soundtrack to that. That's what he is, right? So I definitely fell in love with it. At the time, I was learning how to code. I think my first YouTube channel I tried, it was a bunch of stuff I was doing. So it was like the espresso to what I was doing every day, right? And
all right.
It was pretty. It was good. Like his album came out at the time was called "There's Really a Wolf." It's probably before this album. It was on my hand of one of my like all-time favorite albums. Like not best, but my personal all-time favorite. It was on there. I think Santiago took it off of that, right? And then 2018 came out. 2018 came. He put out Zoo. It was okay. It just wasn't the album prior to that, right? And then 2020 came out. It was 2020, I'm pretty sure. That's when he put out Shake the Snow Globe. And I was just like, it wasn't bad. It was just the industry album, right? It was just the industry one. It was like, all right, cool. We had Ross on a song. The song that kind of went off was called Best on the Earth with Bia. That kind of rang off. It kind of gave him some type of mainstream appeal. Even though the dude was like selling more records. Selling more records, selling more hard tickets at his shows more than his other artists that you think is actually bigger than him, right? Because that's the one thing dude kind of opened my eyes to is like in the music industry, like a person that you think is big and a person that's actually not really big. Like some people think like Lil Baby is like huge, right? He's popular.
He's really not.
He's popular, but he's not.
Yes,
huge.
he is.
Like he's not huge. Like one thing the dudes always say was like, hey, can this person sell hard tickets? Like when you see me at my shows and it's 20,000 people, it's 20,000 people there to just see me and my catalog. There's no opener, there's no closer, there's no other artist that's like selling the show out with me that's kind of like bringing everyone together. When people see like artists like Lil Baby and other artists like that, they'll see them on the internet like, yo, that's like 50,000 people. It's like balls at a festival. And it's like 20 other artists. Like it's not just him, right? Then he put that out, and then because he makes like I'll call it normie music, right? Like he can do like real go-getter music, and then he can do normie music, whereas though it's gonna do 20 million, 150 million on YouTube because it sounds a certain way, right? Sarah and the barista girl likes it. If you picking up what I'm putting down, he can make normie.
Barista girl likes it.
He can make barista girl music, right? Like, cause he has the same tool belt as like a Drake, whereas though he can rap and then he can sing and he bounces between the two, right? That's kind of like his tool belt. And then he put out the series called Chomp, right? Chomp was okay, I'm gonna show y'all I can really rap. So he rapped with like Black Thought, Ab Soul, Crooked Eye, Pat Poose, people like that, the rapper, right? And he didn't get washed. Like, I don't think he really got no one on anything. I don't think he, like,
he didn't outdo anybody, but he held his own.
Yeah, he held his own, and that's good enough, especially with the people that you're rapping with, right? So I thought that was really good. And then this came out, and it was kind of, I seen the
By this you mean the current album?
The current album, yeah. Santiago came out, the current album, right? I seen that. I see the album art, and I was like, what is he? It was called Santiago. I'm like, is he on his Rick Ross suave vibe. Like, is he out in Santorini getting money and he just on his like, yo, kind of my retirement thing, right? I thought it was gonna be that. And I was like, okay, if it's that, I can probably pick a few songs off of there and kind of it be the soundtrack to what I'm trying to do or I'm going to do, right? It was a complete 180. I didn't pay attention to the rollout of the album at all. This is some self-inventory, heal yourself, become a better person kind of album. And I'm like, and it's good. Like, it's good.
It's not corny.
Like, no, I teared up on the album on 2 songs. Not even holding you. Really good.
Word?
Dead serious.
All right.
I'm like, oh, this is good. It's the standout songs on there are. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. I gotta look at this. I gotta show you it. Have you ever listened to Russ? Do you know who he is?
Okay, all right. So, for people who don't know, I'm way younger than Mr. Charisma over here.
I'm way younger.
So I heard of Russ in a completely different light.
Mm-hmm.
I heard of Russ during the fuck Russ era.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of people my age too definitely heard about Russ just because of fuck Russ.
Mm-hmm.
And being the childish, young, influenced mind that I was at the time, it was fuck Russ. It was as simple as that.
Like, fuck out of here.
But I was like, yeah, bro, motherfuckers bring up Russ. I'm like, yo, fuck you talking about? That motherfucker ass, bro. I'm not trying to listen to that. Yeah. And so, like, I just it never appealed to me. Like, I never gave a fuck. Like, after a certain point, I was all right. Let me hop off the bandwagon. Let me not be one of those dudes. But it just, I never had the time to like, I never like went, I never made the conscious decision to go, let me listen to Russ.
Yeah.
But I do know that he's one of the biggest independent artists like ever.
Mm-hmm.
I know he makes a lot of bread because he's independent. I know he makes a lot of moves.
Yeah.
He's very much his own boss, if that makes sense. He's not an artist that just makes music. He's very much an entrepreneur, a real musician that he cares about the craft. He focuses on his own thing. And this is just all based off of what I see. I've never listened to his music. He has a heavy New York accent, so I'm guessing he's from New York. That's quite literally my Russ knowledge. I don't know anything about the man, but just based off what you said and the album, and the fact that he's able to hold his own rapping with Black Thought, I'm not gonna lie, that does. Yeah. It is intriguing to hear that because now I'm actually, truthfully, no bullshit, not for video. I actually am interested in listening to Russ now.
Yo, like, I'm gonna sing you some stuff. I'm gonna sing you. I'm gonna sing you some stuff. I'm gonna sing you some of the hit lists, right? And then you can kind of go into
the hit list. Okay.
You can kind of go into the crate yourself.
All right.
On the album, the standouts are, for me, it's I Love You Boy, Enough, Adventure, Oasis, Tunnel Vision, and Wind, right? Even the opening track is really good too. He don't really have any misses on his album. The only misses he have on this particular album, that's not really a miss. I just feel like he could have just took it out because he has this girl on here named BB Borelli, right? She's featured on 3 tracks. Every track she on is amazing, right? It's just that track 9 features her, then track 11 features her, and track 12 features her, right? Track 9, really good. Track 11 is okay, but then you hear track 12, and it's like
you feel like okay.
They're too tightly coupled.
I get it.
He could have just if he take Distracted off, he has no misses on his album. Like none. And Distracted only has no misses. And I'm not saying everything's fire. It's just no misses. And Distracted only is technically a miss. Is because she and him did better on Oasis and Tunnel Vision. You don't need Distracted whatsoever. Like, at all. Like, not at all. And another dude on here named Justin, he did really good. But those are the standouts. And he got like this is kind of how I judge albums. Is your opening track good? Closing track good? Do you have a 3-song run on your album? And your B-sides?
That is a very valid, like, critiquing system for an album, truthfully.
Yeah, and how your B-sides are, and those are kind of the and if everything sonically makes sense, like does it make sense? And he didn't get off topic at all. The whole thing is cohesive. Those are kind of like the 5 things I judge it on, and he did all of them, knocked them all out of the park. This is probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite Russ album. I think you should listen to it. To be honest, you should listen to it. Highly recommend it. Yeah. Good job.
All right. I'm gonna take the time. I'm gonna listen to it.
Nigga, I'm ghost.
That's dope.